Is America Okay by Ɂ_head. Don't know, you love ὕ_head. That's my girl. Like I said, I be getting all my news from here. She dropped once a month. So you know, I already know we gotta tap and react, see what she talking about. Probably about to flame the government, and if you ain't heard about them Epstein files getting released, shit, she probably talking about that. Let's get into this shit. She OG, I love Shu. She bait. No, I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Shu. I just recently found out about her about like 8-9 months ago, like probably almost a year ago. But I fuck with Shu heavy. She funny as shit. I've been following her too. She been streaming. I know, not streaming, but I know she been on YouTube for a minute. But I didn't know she been on here for 12 years. God damn. Hellworld Report.
Hello friends, my name is ὕ_head and welcome to my new series, The Hellworld Report. Some of you may remember my old series that was just called Hellworld. If you do, you can qualify for a veterans discount. Congratulations! And if you remember the Gamergate days, well, please come collect your retirement. But yeah, if you have not seen my old series, go check it out. I will put the link to the playlist down below. I think it's a really interesting time capsule into the years 2020 and 2021, like how crazy it was back then, and then in retrospect comparing it to how crazy it is now. But this is a shorter, more condensed version of that series. Think of it as a Temu, Jon Stewart, or Stephen Colbert before they morphed into the same flavor of shitlib. You see, I'm better than those late night Jimmies because I don't get my news from mainstream sources like some kind of hack. No. I get them from far more reputable places like Instagram Reels and Fanboy69 on Twitter. From furry ballrooms and the Epstein files to OnlyFans green cards and kidnapping foreign leaders, from government-funded purple-haired girlfriends to a potential civil war, we have a very packed show for you today. It has been a crazy year.
Bro, is she about to talk about everything? Wait, is she about to recap 2025? Let me just see.
And it is only January. As I am filming this, we are currently having a huge winter storm.
This morning, snow, ice, and frigid temperatures sweeping across the nation.
No, this storm has been ass. Like, I've been having to fucking go back and forth from work during this shit, bro. This shit sucks, bro. That shit's up to my fucking knee damn near, bro. Like, this snow is fucking terrible. And I like the snow. I like the cold, but I'm honestly ready for this shit to be over.
States under a state of emergency.
Ah yes, perfect weather to make some poor immigrant deliver me chicken tendies. It's so cold that Michigan and Minnesota...
Like when she talked about MAGA and storming the Capitol, she was live around when that happened. I get what you're saying, bro. Yeah, I fuck with you heavy because, like, she doesn't have a bias towards anything. Like, she'll just keep it a buck, for real. Like, she's calling out what's obviously right and what's obviously wrong, or, like, the dumb shit from the, like, she just being honest. Like you said, bro, she based. I fuck with her.
Minnesota received reports about exploding trees. Leftists said, no more ice, and God said...
I seen that. That shit is
Anyway,
crazy.
In news that should have stayed in 2016. Apparently, there is a new term women have coined called man-keeping. Man-keeping is why women are done with dating. Researchers at Stanford have finally given a name to something many women have been dealing with for years. It's called man-keeping, and it's helping explain why so many women are stepping away from dating altogether. Okay. Man-keeping describes the emotional labor women end up doing in heterosexual relationships. It goes beyond remembering birthdays or coordinating social plans. It means being your partner's one-man support system, managing his stress, interpreting his moods, holding his hand through feelings he won't share with anyone else.
So being in a relationship? What the fuck? Bro, that's called being in a fucking relationship. This isn't like a one-sided thing. Like, bro, yo, people retarded. To be honest, I also thought she was kind of cute when I was being... Nah, you would sit here sipping for ŨH_head, bro.
All of it unpaid, unacknowledged, and often unreciprocated. I hate this therapy speak people talk with nowadays. Emotional labor? You mean being there for your partner?
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
This is why so many
that
people are just gonna start dating ChatGPT. People thought men were gonna be the ones dating AI. No. They're gonna be the ones with these sex robots. Women are the ones who want the daily affirmation machines. Yes, honey, I love when you talk about all the drama at work. Tell me more about that bitch, Veronica. Man-spreading, man-splaining, man-interrupting, man-keeping, manscaping.
Bro, they just be saying anything, bro.
Speaking of manscaping, before we dive into the news, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, a sponsor that can help you with your manscaping, Henson Shaving. For the last
Not gonna lie, I thought she was about to say Manscaped. W ad though, get your money, sis.
Myers is now 59.
My girlfriend gotta stay out of the kitchen.
But that's not all. America's seniors will now
Damn, your shawty can't cook, bro?
see a new $6,000 bonus exemption as part of the working families tax cut.
Wait,
That's
what?
93
American seniors will see a new $6,000 bonus exemption as part of a work. 93 billion in tax cuts for seniors all over the country. What?
billion in tax cuts for seniors all over the country. And by working families tax cut,
Does she
they
even
mean
get
you,
sunny side
the
up
working
to burn?
family.
Nope.
Giving another $1 billion
Goddamn,
wealth
bro.
transfer to the most oppressed class. Boomers. Why are we giving these geriatric f***s another tax break? Maybe they should
That's
pull
what I'm
themselves up.
saying. That's what I was about to say. But I'm like, bro, don't old people barely pay taxes as it is? To be honest, most of the tax money is coming from the fucking, like, come on, bro.
By their bootstraps. Maybe they should stop buying so much avocado toast. God forbid we help young families raise the next generation of Americans.
That's what
No,
I'm saying,
that
bro.
would be communism. Young people are poor as f nowadays. What are they supposed to do?
Piper Raquel, 18, claims she made $2.9 million in a single day.
Bro, we always be saying it, bro. Me and my niggas always be saying this shit, bro. If I was a girl, bro, the minute I turned 18, I probably would have got on OnlyFans. I'm not even gonna lie. Bro, that shit is a get rich fucking quick scheme.
After launching OnlyFans.
No more rights. No more women's rights. I am ready for the Islamic Revolution. Mayor Memdani, please press the Islamification button. I know the go-to joke is always, haha, women, am I right? But I think the real question here is, should men be allowed to have credit cards? This woman didn't magically create millions of
No, that is true. Honestly, people do complain about the whole OnlyFans shit when at the whole time they're just basically providing a service. There wouldn't be a product without the demand. Like the horny ass niggas that do that shit and be fiending for that shit, they're part of the problem as well.
dollars with her mind out of thin air. No. Millions of men made this woman a millionaire overnight. Where's the accountability for that? I'm out here policing the whores. We need some men to be out there policing the simps. We have a simp epidemic. Simps are out of control. Not all of them though. Mine are cool. They can stay. Also, isn't this like the
She
third
talking about you, bro.
OnlyFans 18th birthday announcement, and the woman turns into a f***ing millionaire overnight? Someone a
for real.
little sus about that. But don't worry, thanks to AI, we are entering a new age of goonerism.
Nah, this is like, that's sick. Like, that looks very too realistic.
Honestly, what's the big deal? Men are already talking to the guys in India who run the accounts of OnlyFans models. Is this really any different? The internet is slowly but surely just becoming Indian men scamming other Indian men. But don't worry, not every internet waifu is a man using AI. In fact, if you live in the UK, you may get a state-funded, far-right, purple-haired waifu. Introducing Pathways, a point-and-click video game created by the UK government to help prevent online radicalization.
Pathways is
What?
an educational visual novel and learning experience created by the UK media company Shoutout UK, with funding from UK government's Prevent program run by the Home Office. The game is meant to teach the youth about dangers of radicalization and extremism in both real life and online. This is done by putting the players in a role of a character named Charlie, who must navigate 6 different scenarios relating to extremism. In the second scenario, the player is introduced to the character Amelia, a staunch anti-immigration protester depicted as a goth girl with purple hair, a pink dress, and a choker.
And the internet instantly fell in love with her.
What? I've not heard of this shit. What? But I'm more so stuck on the fact they created a game to try to prevent people from becoming anti-establishment. Amelia, you heard of this? I haven't heard of this.
It's like they made her have short purple hair thinking that that would prevent this from happening. But the UK failed to consider the fact that conservatives love art hoes. They act like they don't, they'll deny it, they'll pretend they just want a blonde traditional housewife, but deep down every conservative wants a woman who looks like this, who says the N-word. Government-funded video games. Incredible.
That's crazy, though.
At
I
least
haven't
our
heard
government
of
doesn't
that.
do weird shit like that.
She is hot,
no, our
though.
government is very normal.
Bro, what the fuck is that?
Believe it or not, Mar-a-Lago Furry Party was on my 2026 bingo card. I miss when this weird shit was just done underground. I miss when these parties were secret. Speaking of, the Epstein files were released.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Please stop for 5 seconds. Gotta grab it. I got you again. Honestly, the whole shit with the Epstein files for me was like, why did they even release that shit? Honestly, like if they were just gonna like release a bunch of blacked out pages, bro, they could have just kept it. I would have been better off without that shit. Y'all not gonna tell us like the shit that really happened, and even the shit y'all are telling us, I feel like it's just like to distract from the real shit, bro. And then now they're talking about how Jay-Z and somebody else are named in it. Like, what, bro?
Incredible. The things they are showing us are eerie enough. I couldn't imagine the things that they're redacting. It is absolutely disgusting that these powerful people are still being protected. We as a country should be extremely concerned about an international child trafficking ring. This is not just something we all move from, and we kidnapped the president of Venezuela.
Breaking just now, Maduro, the president says, has been captured.
Maduro has been captured and flown out of the country.
In total, more than 150 aircraft, bombers, fighters, intelligence, reconnaissance, surveillance, rotary wing were in the air.
Like, this fucking lame ass nigga don't even know what the fuck to do with himself, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Last night.
First pictures of Nicolas Maduro on the Iwo Jima that he was being transferred on.
Trump voters.
I'm sorry, but this is just funny to me because why they had him posed up like that, bro?
First picture.
Like, they couldn't give my man anything better than a Nike Tech that's like falling off his ass.
Of Nicolas Maduro on the Iwo Jima that he was being transferred on.
Trump voters voted to fix the economy and to afford homes again. They didn't vote to kidnap communists in the middle of the night. Actually, they probably did vote for that.
that one guy, that one Southern guy that just sitting there talking about some fuck yeah.
When they're going to spend money, we're going to take back the oil that,
please look it up.
Frankly, we should have taken back a long time ago.
Holy shit. This is the most transparent administration in history. They weren't lying. I don't know if it's the Stockholm Syndrome or what, but it's almost refreshing to hear a leader say, yeah, this is about oil. Like, thank you, sir. Thank you for just saying it's about oil. Thank you for not pretending it's about saving democracy and just doing imperialism the old-fashioned way. We have such terrible Middle Eastern war fatigue that it was shocking to not hear about how Venezuela is just jealous of our freedoms or some shit. Like, no, it's just for ExxonMobil. Like, okay, carry on.
The U.S. used a powerful mystery weapon that brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees,
Bro, they keep
bleeding
talking
through their
about
nose
what?
and vomiting blood during the daring raid to capture dictator Nicolas Maduro.
Yeah, if you're wondering.
Bro, they keep talking about some mysterious fucking weapon. Like, what do you mean a mysterious secret weapon? What you got the, oh my god. No. Because the way they describing it, bro, this is what this shit is it's making me think about, bro.
My daddy bought this from a disgruntled DARPA employee. You see, it was designed for ripped off for your back in make-believe land, sweetheart.
Bro, it's no way.
Fabulous.
You can't come and put a game against racism. like, is it this? Like, they talk about some super secret weapon.
You get away from me. Please. You win. I don't want to win. I just want to make the world a better place.
No, that was terrible. That was terrible. Nah, W movie though. The way they're describing this so-called secret weapon, that's what it's making me think of, bro.
Why we don't have healthcare. This is why. We have invisible laser beams that can make people bleed out their f***ing eyes. Apparently, directed energy weapons are real. The Goy beam is real. Deep state pedophiles are real. Havana syndrome is real. Hell, it's almost like being a conspiracy theorist is just another word for being correct too early. What's next? COVID was fake?
There have been significant developments in the last 5 to 7 years on social, environment, and technology fronts that could help realize My Carbon initiatives for shaping the future towards smart and sustainable cities. COVID-19 was the test of social responsibility. A huge number of unimaginable restrictions for public health were adopted by billions of citizens across the world. There were numerous examples globally of maintaining social distancing, wearing masks, mass vaccinations, and acceptance of contact tracing applications for public health, which demonstrated the core of individual social responsibility.
Oh, sorry.
I just hate Shu because she drinks Monster White. I've never tried it. I've only had the regular one, but I hate Monster in general though, because to me it just tastes like gasoline and sugar.
I just owe many people many apologies. Anyway, Venezuela has no president. Who is going to run Venezuela?
So we are going to run the country.
A few moments later.
Hola amigos, yo soy su nuevo presidente, el señor Donald J. Trump.
Can we maybe just fix our country first? Can we fix our broken infrastructure, our education system? Can we do a little nation building in this nation?
It's crazy because I said the exact same shit and I was getting crucified in my comments for that shit. Like, bro, they're talking about some, I don't even remember, but I basically reacted to the whole shit with Venezuela, and I went off talking about how, like, he's trying to fix another country before fixing ours. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Get a little regime change in our own country, please. And you know, with modern American nation building comes refugees. So who is gonna take in these Venezuelan refugees? Are we? Only the hot ones, apparently.
United States increasingly issuing work visas to OnlyFans models based on level of audience reach, according to the Financial Times.
Imagine being an immigrant from like some poor country, working your ass off to get a work visa in the United States, when all you had to do was bend over and show hole. Big booty Latinas to the front, tortas to the back. Anyway, na boo-boo, my president can kidnap your president. We're invincible. We can regime change anyone we want. Who's next? Canada, Greenland, Cuba? Cuba's literacy rates are higher than ours. Maybe they should come liberate our dumbasses. Insane. Kids are swiping on books. But f it, the Don Road Doctrine, baby. Let's go. America is back. Dick Cheney is looking up at us smiling.
You just wait for Cuba. Cuba is a communist dictatorship. Their days are numbered.
Trump, listen to me. Wait, Trump doesn't watch this shit. Vance, listen to me. Get people like Lindsey Graham far away from anyone in power right now. This little Venezuela stunt was cute, but we are not touching any other country. We're not touching the Middle East.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Why are we trying to, like, bro, they're trying to fucking cause World War III for real this year. Like, they just said, fuck it, 2025, we didn't try hard enough. Like, this year, we're about to go 10 toes down. We're about to go balls deep.
No more Middle East. We all have Middle East fatigue. We are done. This whole thing really put into perspective just how weird it was that we were there, like, for 20 years. You mean we could have just been in and out in a few hours? I guess those poppy fields couldn't maintain themselves, though. Anyway.
I'm asleep, so other countries are happy that Bull got captured? Like, I heard Bull was like a dictator, but that's crazy. See if you could, like, whisper it to me.
Yeah, sorry, excuse me. But did you forget to check in with Lilith, the barista from Bushwick, and see how she feels about this?
Trump said the United States will be running Venezuela! Woo! A colony! Woo! Imperialism! All for what? So a fucking multinational corporation can get profit!
You know what's funny is I basically said the exact same thing this person said, but I said it less loudly. She has a nose ring and I don't, so I'm right and she's wrong. End of story. I guess this is just what happens when you dismantle the soft power of things like USAID.
So
we're no longer doing secret regime change operations behind the scenes. Now we're just straight up kidnapping other world leaders in the dead of night and just saying it's about oil, which honestly kind of makes me believe it's not about oil. They're never that blatant, right? I mean, what could it be? Like, Israel isn't behind this one, right?
Bro, it can't just be about oil. Because I remember when that shit first came out, and I literally, like, watching a video explaining everything, I was like, yo, 9 times out of 10, he did it about oil. And the fact that they're literally just admitting it's about the oil, it can't be that simple, bro. They're talking about secret weapons that cause their eyes to bleed, bro. What? Like, no.
The implications here are really great for the Venezuelan people.
Oh, God damn it. You know, people say I have Israel derangement syndrome, but I'm sorry, I can't help it when they get on TV and say shit like this.
No, it's difficult to hear, but it's time to limit the First Amendment in order to protect it, and quickly before it's too late.
What do you mean?
I mean that we need to control the platforms, all the social platforms. We need to stack rank the authenticity of every person that expresses themselves online, and take control over what they are saying based on that ranking.
The government.
The government should
control the social media.
Yeah, should do that.
Try explaining that to someone without showing them the video. Go ahead. Yeah, there's a Jewish billionaire.
Yo, what, bro? Bro, Dead got on live television and said we need to limit the First Amendment. We need to limit the First Amendment. We need to take away a good amount of people's right to free speech. No, and then he's talking about something to show authenticity, when like literally Twitter came out with the shit showing like where everybody or a lot of accounts were from, and we got whole MAGA accounts showing that they based out of India and Africa and everything. Like, what?
Named ﷺ who wants to control the internet. Like, okay, man, you're in too deep. No more Instagram reels for you. Anyway, you should have just let us play video games. Now we're perp walking the president of Venezuela down the streets of New York City. But hey, leftists, just think of it this way. By bombing and kidnapping, instead of just doing the usual covert psyops, we saved maybe, what, $1 billion? $1 billion that could go to other, more important things, like defense contractors' stock buybacks and empty Somalian daycares, apparently.
This is MAGA YouTuber lik_SOIL:ERLY. Back at a daycare in Minnesota, he alleged was a fraudulent facility in a now viral video. Shirley tries to open locked doors and talk to people at various daycares he claims are frauds.
The point is that blacked out doors, they can't give you any information. You call that number, no one answers.
It's not like lik_SOIL:ERLY was the first person to expose this either, but now it exploded. And the fallout has been bizarre to say.
Bro, that shit has also been the same to me, bro. That's a whole nother can of worms that I don't even want to really open too much, but that's insane. Because, like, honestly, Minnesota has had so much shit going on in the past, like, 60 days. It's insane, bro.
At least. The funniest part had to be when the infamous Lurie
Whoa, what we doing?
Center claimed to have been broken into the night this all went viral.
Unfortunately, we saw that there was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also employee documentation that was gone. There were also checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were ripped from our book. This is devastating news.
Oh no, somebody broke into the daycare and stole all the paperwork we needed to prove we are a legit operation. Please ignore my suspicious exact paperwork we need to prove we are a legit operation.
No way. That's what you were saying. They saying that somebody broke in and stole all proof that they're a legit business. Get them gone,
Belly. Listen, no hate to the Somalians, but when my family came here 100 years ago, we did organized crime the right way. We would have had tin walls and cement shoes at the bottom of Lake Superior. This is just sad. This is cartoonishly pathetic. Listen, nobody is going to want to support government programs if they think it's all going to like this. If you want people to support a welfare state, you have to make sure that welfare is actually going to real things that help real people. Listen, it's already hard enough to convince a right-wing audience that there's more to leftism than Reddit and butt sex. Now I have to convince them the wealth redistribution I advocate for isn't all going to Somalian welfare pirates. Thanks. That money should be spent on more important things like New Gaza. That's right, the World Economic Forum and Jared Kushner are proud to present New Gaza. Yes, the demolition project is finally complete, folks. Time to build a Sweet Green and a f***ing Deloitte branch on top of the bodies of thousands of dead children. Hell is not hot enough, ladies and gentlemen. Hell is not hot enough. Anyway, because of all this fraud stuff, Tim Walz is stepping down, which is sad to see because he has to be one of my favorite characters in modern America lore. The first white male DEI hire, the last white dude for Kamala Harris.
Oh, that is the same boy. I knew when I heard the name Tim.
A dying breed. But hey, maybe this marks an official end to the Kamala Harris era, and we can move on and focus on rebuilding the Democratic Party to something more.
Harris stepping toward another White House run.
Why?
No. We are not doing this. No. I swear to God, the Democratic Party is like an old friend addicted to heroin or something. You want to help them, you do everything you can to help them, but they don't listen. They keep doing stupid things and hurting themselves. But you just can't give up on them. You can't. You want to see them get better. You know deep down, they could be how they used to be. But it's hopeless. And all your other friends keep saying to you, just forget them. Just forget them, it's not worth it. Come hang out with us instead. But those friends are on crack. Those friends are on crack cocaine. But this Minneapolis fraud thing is looking pretty bad for Tim Walz and the Democrats. People aren't just gonna forget about this, and an ICE officer just shot a woman in the face in Minneapolis.
You can hear the agents tell the woman to get out of the car and approach the SUV. The woman then drives forward. That's when the shots are fired, the car crashing.
As I was writing this video, an innocent woman was picking her kids up from school when an ICE officer jumped in front of her car and randomly shot her in the face. Or an angry protester was blocking the road and tried to run over an ICE officer with her car, so he shot in self-defense. Depends on how you look at it. Depends on how you voted, apparently. The way I see it, this woman was not trying to hit him. She was not trying to run him over. I think she was...
Bro, you could clearly see in the video that Bull was on the side of the car, too. Which is insane to me. Like, how, like, who the fuck are they getting to fucking fill these positions, my nigga? Like, what are we doing? Like, what is this?
Trying to drive away. And in an alternate universe, he does.
And then this happened around the time she was making this video. So she didn't even hear about the other shit with the other guy that they literally murdered in cold blood. Like, this shit's just sick.
Dodges the car and she drives away. And it's easy to be like, oh, in hindsight, he should have done this, he should have done that. That's like so much of the discourse right now I'm seeing is just in hindsight this, in hindsight that. And it's easy for us to say in hindsight, you know, after the fact. It's easy to say he could have, he should have, but all he saw was a car revving up and going towards him. This has been one of the most insane political Rorschach tests I've ever seen in my life. It really all comes down to how you view ICE and police officers in general. Many, not all, leftists view ICE as completely illegitimate. Same with the police, they want to abolish both. So you're not going to get a real unbiased conversation with those people. Because why the f should a protester respect ICE in the first place? And many, not all, conservatives tend to be complete and utter fucking bootlickers. Completely unable to criticize anything the police do. ICE can do no wrong. Don't tread on me becomes tread harder, daddy, real fast. This is extremely aggravating discourse, and you should be questioning anyone who takes a really firm, hard stance either way and like can't fathom how the other side is seeing what they are seeing. The first episode of my old Hellworld series was actually all about police brutality. It was all about police brutality towards innocent protesters.
I ain't gonna lie, I might have to check out that series.
I was a little more ACAB-y back then.
Also, Kawa Shoju got me hard on both. Ain't Shoju the liquor?
I was a little more libbed the f
Ain't that like Korean beer or something?
Out back then. But hey, to be fair to me back then, that is what happens when you live in the sheltered suburbs of Long Island in your parents' basement versus having a kid and living in the city for 4 years. The police are a taxpayer-funded HR department for structural violence. They exist solely to protect the rights of private property. Yeah, we need more police. Police are good. Police are great. Give the police more guns. More guns. Give them more guns. Tanks. Tanks, even. My overall opinion is still basically the same. I'm very critical of the police.
It's a game? No, I know, bro. I was fucking with you.
I am very pro First Amendment. Protesting is a fundamental American right, and we can't just go around labeling protesters domestic terrorists.
Yes.
That is an insane, slippery slope. And if you support that, I promise you it will come back to bite you in the ass. So good luck in 2028 when President Newsom knocks you up. Whoa, knocks you up. Whoa, what's going on here? Good luck in 2028 when President Newsom locks you up for protesting against mandatory forced feminization or whatever the f it is Democrats do. What do they do? Nothing. They do nothing. I don't know. I left this joke blank. Something pronouns. Like, God forbid the state ever turns me into Swiss cheese and the president's like, she was a radical leftist lunatic. The people called her Kami Mommy. Can you believe that, folks? Kami Mommy. Sad. And some people were like straight up mocking this woman, celebrating it, and then when people—
Nah, bro, she was stupid, bro.
People were like, what the f? They were like, well—
Also, I've never been on 4chan. That may have been before my time. I ain't gonna lie, you seem like you got a little bit more experience before my time. I'm just saying, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, I've never been on 4chan. I've just heard the horror stories.
You got Charlie Kirk, so now we got one of your guys. Is that what we're doing now? We're just gonna keep killing each other back and forth? Is that what this is now? Like some kind of civil war? Who gets me in the national divorce? Hell yeah, 2 Christmases. Like, you agreed with me when I was upset about the reactions people had about Charlie Kirk, and then you're over here like, boo-hoo, she was a stupid libtard. Honestly, some of you just don't have morals. You have like temporary weapons you can use to bludgeon people you don't like when you have the chance. You and all the people who mock Charlie Kirk are all going in the pit, and you can come out when you learn how to be normal. In my opinion, a lot of focus on illegal immigration should go to the employers employing illegal immigrants for cheaper scab labor. I feel like that's really important, and like, we're not doing that. It's kind of interesting that the government is focused so hard on immigration right now, but like, apparently hasn't made any like real actual legislative change to the laws of immigration. Dragging Jose out of Home Depot might work for now, but they have to be working on something more substantial.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Bro, they're not doing anything. They're literally not doing anything, bro. what have they done? They haven't created any new type of laws. They haven't done anything to fucking like better any systems. They're not helping any problems, bro. They're literally just acknowledging it and then fucking agitating people by going about fixing them the wrong. They're not even trying to fix them. They're just doing shit. Like, it's so annoying, bro.
Right? Well, Palantir, the company named after the evil crystal ball in Lord of the Rings, is apparently working on a new tool for ICE. And what does it do? Oh, nothing really. Just creates a map of deportation targets, pulls up a dossier on them, and assigns them a confidence score. Because if there's one thing we can trust, it's a private Silicon Valley tech company's algorithm deciding who gets disappeared. Every single surveillance tool starts by simply protecting us. It's only gonna affect the baddies. But who are the baddies? Today it's illegal immigrants, tomorrow it's furries, next week it's people who are into feet, and before you know it, it's fans of VTubers.
They come in.
On second thought, I don't buy into the propaganda that simply enforcing border security, something every developed country has, is akin to Nazi Germany. Sorry, I don't. Build a wall? Hitler. Deport illegal immigrants? Hitler. Just kick out the criminal ones at least? Hitler. Like, there's no other option besides open borders that is acceptable to some people, and I don't get that. What I do get, however, is that people don't want to live under a Palantir police state, where people can't even film ICE agents without getting put on some kind of fucking list. I feel like there has to be some kind of normal, sane option besides total free-for-all, globo-homo versus Peter Thiel, nightmare tech bro dystopia. Like, how?
It is, but I feel like the reason that they don't want to sit down and figure it out is probably because it's not what's going to make them money, honestly. Or it's probably not going to help them keep their control over the nation or whatever the fuck, the masses. What are the cock rings at minor? What the fuck?
Was it not possible to just, like, be normal, be normal, be normal, be normal? But hey, it's cool the DHS created a portal where you can see all the people they have been deporting. One guy was deported back to Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia doesn't exist anymore. We sent that motherfucker back in time. Listen, what happened to Renee Good was a tragedy. It was terrible, but hopefully nothing like this ever happens again. And another person was shot by ICE in Minneapolis.
Oh, she did hear about it. Okay.
According to a preliminary Department of Homeland Security report, 2 Border Patrol agents discharged their weapons, seen here in
Bro, this shit was so crazy, bro, because you can literally see in the video them take his gun, throw it to the side before they started letting off shots, bro. So if y'all already had the bullet pinned to the ground, y'all took his gun and removed it away from the altercation, what fucking reason was there to shoot him? This isn't real life.
Cell phone video captured by eyewitnesses. 10 shots fired off in total in just seconds. Preddy pronounced dead on the scene.
To be absolutely clear, stuff is still coming out about this as I am filming. Literally, as I am filming, this happened. You know, there's no body cam footage yet, so I could be totally wrong. Totally possible, totally possible. However, first impressions of watching the video at multiple angles, multiple times, yeah, I think they just fucking murdered that guy.
Yeah,
it looks like they took his gun and then shot him. Like 10 officers come over to him, wrestle him to the ground, the agent disarms him, take his gun, they yell gun, 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 and then they shoot him several times in the back. More information can come out, but the compulsive bootlicking I have been seeing has been fucking insane.
Why does a nurse feel compelled to go confront ICE armed with a 9mm handgun?
Only one person could have prevented this from happening, and it's Alex Preddy.
Yeah, who goes to a protest and brings a gun? Look, if the government can take a firearm from you and then kill you because you had a firearm, then nobody actually has a right to own a firearm. If that is how it works, then there's actually no such thing as the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment does not exist. I feel like some people genuinely just forget that police are just people. ICE officers are just people. They're literally just people who work for the government like anyone else. They're DMV employees with guns. They can be stupid. They can be bad. They can make mistakes. Like, I don't know what it is about some people. Like, once someone has a badge, it's like, that person is just a perfect angel and cannot be criticized at all. You're telling me all I have to do to get you fucking people to listen to me is to dress like this? Alright, fair enough.
I ain't gonna lie. Shoot, I don't know about you wearing that outfit. homie.
Stop gooning. None of this.
Yo, she talking to you, Jason. Jason, she talking to you. That whole skit right there, that was just for you.
Would have happened if ICE agents were being trained better instead of being rushed through the system with little to no training. And if Minnesota just worked alongside ICE to make sure they were doing this in a safe and more effective way instead of just egging on a fucking jihad against them. Also, if ICE's goal is to round up pedophiles and fraudsters, I hear there's a pretty big list of pedophiles and fraudsters that need to be rounded up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we'll never fucking get to see it. I'm trying to make this video somewhat funny and entertaining, but I'm not gonna lie, this is really bleak. Is America okay? Can we please go one single day without living through a major historical event, please? And a bunch of new Epstein files just dropped. Great. We're going to war with Iran soon, aren't we? Where was I? This just says Mr. Beast tendies. What? Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is simulating a chicken's body and the cells are just multiplying. Honestly, can't tell the difference. What the heck?
I will not live in a pod. I will not eat the Antichrist lab-grown chicken tendies. Oh, I completely forgot about this.
Bro, I'd never seen it. Nah, I would commit battery if I saw her IRL, like in that outfit.
Sorry, I am not on my Vyvanse today, folks. I forgot to take my normal pills. It wasn't long before the race hustlers took advantage.
Oh, I was about to say though, no, like what? Mr. Beast is making chicken tenders, artificial chicken tenders. Like that's what we're doing? Oh my god.
Of the terrible Renee Good situation in Minneapolis.
Say Her Name is a movement started by black women for black women specifically, and it's not appropriate to use in regards to Renee Good.
She deserves a hashtag and everything. It should not be Say Her Name. Say Her Name is reserved for black women.
This is not for any other race. Simple as that.
Say Her Name is specifically reserved for black women.
Say Her Name is for black women.
It feels kind of wrong being here in some way. I don't know why.
Why do you think, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know why. That's called white guilt, honey. That's the white guilt you're feeling. It's amazing. You could literally be killed by the state for the cause. And these fucking people will still disgrace you for the curse of being born Caucasian. This is very woke 1.0. I thought it was dark woke time.
Nobody forgetting Renee Good. She has achieved the highest honor a white person can achieve. Race traitor.
She has achieved.
What? Is not the black SS outfit? She wore a black SS outfit? What the fuck?
Achieved the highest honor
I don't wait, or you fucking with me, right?
Person can achieve. Race traitor. And this type of psychotic rhetoric seems to be working because like 70%.
See, I'm not gonna lie. It is. I agree. I'm gonna just keep it vague as fuck. I agree, and I also disagree with everything.
Of the videos I see of people like trying to disrupt ICE has been white women. White women literally throwing themselves at armed officers like lemmings off a fucking cliff for street tacos. What the hell is going on with white women? Who will save the white race?
Oh my god.
Ah yes, Hitler's strongest soldiers.
Bro, you was just talking about the SS outfit. You was just talking about the SS outfit. Then we got fucking Hitler's femboys wound up here. Like, oh my god.
Mexican, a Dominican, a black guy, and a Looksmaxxer.
That Looksmaxxer is none other than კლʀᴜᴜ. კლʀᴜᴜ is a Gen Z influencer and live streamer who got his start within the niche red pill communities and has recently blown up to mainstream popularity, especially in right-wing circles. His main claim to fame is Looksmaxxing. Looksmaxxing, for those of you who are employed, is...
Looksmaxxing is a term for aggressively maximizing one's physical attractiveness through routines like skincare, facial exercises, mewing.
Bro, and კლʀᴜᴜ is a fucking loser, bro. He literally pounds his face in to break his bones to achieve a better facial structure. Like, you're self-mutilating, gang. You're like, you have... That's like a mental health issue. Like, what?
Fitness and sometimes extreme cosmetic procedures, originating in online
You would have loved me so much as a half black, half Asian
forums, but popularized on TikTok, focusing on enhancing features like jawline and bone structure.
I personally think it's interesting to see men adopting the insane beauty rituals that women have been doing for decades. But now that a man is doing it, it's seen as psychopathic or gay. A woman will literally spend thousands of dollars on hair, makeup, skincare, peptides, plastic surgery, fillers.
Nah, honestly, I get that, bro, he's self-mutilating, bro. Like, it's not even like he's getting certain. He is taking heavy objects and beating his face in order to achieve better bone structure. That's on the same level as fucking bulimia, gang. I'm sorry.
Botox, red light therapy, moon water, and we just call her Stacey. But a man does it, and we call him Patrick Bateman. A woman reshapes her entire face with makeup.
And also, he's addicted to saying the N-word. Fuck out of here.
Normal. A man reshapes his jawline with makeup. Gay. A woman wears a push-up bra to make her tits look bigger. Empowering. A man shoves socks in his shoes to make himself taller. A liar. A woman gets lip filler. Typical. A man smashes his face with a hammer to make his jaw swell up. Okay, yeah, that was a little insane.
Yeah.
One of the Looksmaxxing tips some young men are apparently doing is called bone smashing, where they take a hard object, usually a hammer, and smash the bones in their face to make their face temporarily swell up and allegedly give them that Chad jawline. Honestly, don't knock it till you try it. Here we go.
I ain't doing that shit. She look like fucking Melania. To be honest, girls literally would do that. You know what's crazy? They probably have. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Like, I don't think he invented that. Like, he learned that shit from somewhere. And that's probably definitely where the fuck it came from.
Perfect. So that concludes this episode of the Hellworld Report. If you liked it, please subscribe and consider donating to my Patreon, link down below. It helps the channel and I appreciate it so much. If you don't want to do that, you can also put a little tip down in the tip jar somewhere over here somewhere. I feel like a barista. Yeah, it's just gonna ask you something on the screen down there. If you have some stories you want me to cover in the next Hellworld Report, be sure to send them to me on Twitter at @ShoeOnHead. I will give you a little shout out if I wind up using the story in the next episode. Okay, and I will see you guys with a new fun slop video. I keep promising a slop video.
Yes, you have.
And then terrible things keep happening. I'm sorry. Next video is a slop video. I promise. Okay, bye.
Nah, Ɂᴜᴜ, bro. That was a W video. I don't care. But yeah, bro. It's just so much shit going on. This shit doesn't even feel real anymore. Like, bro, I'm convinced that after 2020, we all have just been in fucking hyperbolic chambers and we're all just experiencing some type of collective psychosis from fucking fluids going into our lungs or some shit, and our brains are slowly dying, honestly. The W video.
Get them going, coughing up the slugs. Niggas for money, don't steal, it's not enough.